Hello, my name is Cosmo and I'm so excited. I've always wanted to make this art challenge. It's so fun, but it was a lot of work. So if you like it, please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and checking my other social media. I have an art raffle going on my Instagram right now. If you want free art, you should totally check it out. You have big chances of winning right now. Alright, let me keep this short. Let's get into the video. The OC I picked for this challenge is Mayday. She's a vampire. She's an OC I recently redesigned. She's a very simple OC, so it was easier to make her fit in the universes that I ended up picking out. I actually had real life footage prepared for this part where I pick out the names, but it got lost forever for many reasons. So you're gonna have to deal with more sketches of this little silly guy, okay? I don't want anyone commenting about my microphone in the comments. I know it's bad. I'm using my phone, okay? Cut me some slack. Alright, first style. Twilight Illustrated guy. Yeah. Okay, I really love that style. Okay. Alright, so before I start yapping about the Twilight style, let me just talk about this OC for a second. So this OC used to be a Randy Cunningham OC. It feels weird saying because she's grown up so much. She changed like a lot. I made her when I was like 9, I think. So yeah, obviously she would change. But at this point, she's a completely different person. Her name, I don't think I ever gave her a name actually. She used to be either Randy's sister or Theresa's sister or Bash's sister. I don't know. She was someone's sister, okay? She was someone's sister and now she's not. She's a lone child. So I was craving for a vampire OC a few months ago, I think at the beginning of this year. And I saw her and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do you. So I did. And in this new version of hers, her name is now Mayday, because I like that name. I don't know. And she has, I think, 5 or 6 love interests because I couldn't pick one. I was drawing like a bunch of characters that could be her love interests, but I couldn't pick and my friends also couldn't pick for me. So yeah, now she's with all of them. I don't know. I really wanted to make like a visual novel style thing. Like on TikTok, there was slideshows with like a story and shit. But that would be too much work, especially if I would do like every one of those characters because there's a lot of them. My god, that would be a lot of roots. It would be more like the Arcana style thing. Because I love the Arcana. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe one day. We'll see. For Mayday, I went for a bit of like a classic vampire. She has a crucifix scar on her chest that I couldn't include in any of the designs. But she has that scar which was made when she was transformed and it just stayed with her. So that's a big part of her character. I have the whole lore, I just never thought of working on it. And you know, she's a classic vampire, but she dresses a little bit like 2000s emo, which is perfect for Twilight. Come on, it all connects. I really like this art style. I think the artist is amazing at details, like the clothing detail especially. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I'm muting now. No. Anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of Twilight. I'm actually a little bit of a hater. Sorry. I just don't like it all that much. But the vampire lore intrigues me in such a way that I go looking for more information. So that's how I know almost everything about Twilight. Thank you, Sarah Elizabeth from TikTok. You inform me more than anyone else ever could. I love terrorizing my friends with Twilight lore and some information that wasn't given on the books that I find very disturbing, and I have to tell them because I can't suffer alone. That's not how I live, okay? And I I don't know, I have a complicated relationship with it, but this style is just absolutely phenomenal. I made her eyes match the other Cullens because I know there are vampires with red eyes outside of the Cullen clan, but I figured that if she's given the choice, she probably wouldn't drink from humans. Like, she still has humanity in her. Even though Mayday's eyes are red in her original design, I decided to make them the same color as the other Cullens in this one, okay? For those who don't know, eye color is a very important thing in the Twilight universe. When you're just born as a vampire and for the rest of your days as one, if you choose to drink blood, your eyes are like red. When you are like the Cullens and you don't drink human blood, your eyes are like a golden color, I guess. And when you're like feeling bloodlust, your eyes are black from what I got. I think that's it. And I was a little confused because I didn't know if they were all pure white in these drawings, but Renesmee does have that peachy tone, so I figured, yeah, that's their skin color. So I made her original skin tone because I'm not about to whitewash my character for Stephanie Meyer. Anyway, that's how she turned out. Yay! The lace around her collar does look a little bit like barbed wire, and her hand's a little bit disproportionate, but that's okay. I'm so satisfied. I like how this looks. Okay, so now we're going to the next one. Second one. Oh, I'm f***ed. Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse. It's a really good style, but I'm So this was definitely the one I struggled with the most. The SpiderVerse art style is very diverse in the sense that there are multiple universes, so any style that I picked wouldn't be wrong technically. Basically, I could draw her however I wanted, but I decided to get it as close to the main style as possible, because if I just did my own style, it wouldn't be fun, you know? I figured Mayday wouldn't be a spider person because she's not really the hero archetype, but she's also not a villain. Like, I don't see her as a villain. So I decided to make her someone's Deadpool. And then I tried to figure out whose Deadpool she would be, but I figured she's just a generic Deadpool. I wanted to make her Miguel's Deadpool because she's also a vampire, so in my head it made sense. But then I decided to just make her a generic one. Figuring out her uniform was really difficult for no reason at all. Like, I did a little sketch in the corner to like kind of figure out how I wanted it to look, but then I gave up completely and I just made it from scratch from my head, and I don't like it. Whatever, at this point I don't care. I just want to get this over with. Like, I'm not even at the beginning of the drawing and I'm already so tired. This took me long to finish, but because I took so many breaks, this is definitely when this whole thing seemed more like a challenge. And I was actually really tired, and this is kind of where I start doing a lot of things that I promised myself I wouldn't do, like freestyling the art style, because it was so much work and it would take an eternity for me to finish if I just did it the same as the movies, because I based this mostly on the first movie because it's where there's a more definable art style, I guess. That's the right thing to say, because in the second movie there are more art styles because there are multiple different universes instead of just like the ones from the main crew of spider people. I'm gonna be honest, I went into this movie thinking that I would magically get out of art block, because when I watched it, I specifically saved it to watch when I was on art block, but then it didn't do anything for me. Like, it was a fun movie though. It was really fun. It was good. I'm okay with the fact that I have to wait 2 years for the next one, because knowing the quality that it's gonna come at, I'm satisfied. I'm super happy for the animators to have so much time to work. It just disappointed me because I saw so many artists saying that it helped them study and get out of art block, and I figured the same would happen to me, but it didn't. And I think that's very important for me to say, because maybe there are some artists out there who happen to go through the same thing as me and they think that they did something wrong because because they didn't get out of art block when watching such an artistic movie like that. And you know, there is no wrong way to do art. There is no wrong way to feel about art. And if you didn't happen to get out of art block after watching this movie, it's okay. It happens. Some other movie will do it for you probably. And if no movie does it, then that's okay too. Not everyone is the same. To me, the movie to get me out of art block was Harry Potter, which I never expected ever. I had never watched the Harry Potter movies before. It was my first time watching it, and it immediately got me out of art block. So, you know, random movies do it sometimes. You know, it's not the same for everyone. I have a specific video by Gemma Please that I watch all the time when I'm on art block, and it helps me every time. I don't know what it is about it, but it just helps me so much. Everyone is gonna have something that inspires them, and it's not gonna be the same for all artists. So you can't expect one movie to inspire you the same way that it inspired someone else. Alright, back to the design. So I put some boxing gloves on May Day here. I know the one on the right would make a lot of sense because she's gonna break her fingers if she tries to punch someone, but I thought that would be funny, so I included that. Like, maybe she uses to poke someone's eyes out. I don't know. I have no idea. I tried making the belt look like Deadpool's mask, but it really doesn't look like anything. It just looks crossed. It's so bad. I don't like it. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. It was interesting to try and make this illustration look 3D the same way the movie is, because obviously I have no idea how to work with 3D things. It was a fun experience, even though I don't really like the end result. Here she is. It's alright. It's okay. Just don't look too closely and you'll be fine. I don't like completely despise it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna look at this again. So yeah, moving on. Third one. Dagger to the heart. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I love this webtoon. So surprisingly, this is the one that took me the longest to finish, but it's also the one that I'm most satisfied with the result. I don't know, I just love this art style so much. So Dagger to the Heart is a webtoon. I have been reading it since before it was a webtoon's original. I'm not caught up with it yet though. I was caught up with it when it was in Canvas, but I'm not anymore. So I need to finish reading it soon. The art in that webtoon is so gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. I love the colors, the character designs, their eyebrows. Oh my god, their eyebrows. Ugh! I'm gonna read the synopsis now to try and convince you guys to go check it out because it's so good. How hard is it to kill a princess? Raphael, a cocky assassin, takes on a job to kill Sazed, the princess of the empire, but soon finds that she is not the easy target he thought. When they are forced to team up, Raphael must decide if he will bury his dagger in her heart or if his will be captured first. It's an enemies to lovers. Giggle. I love it so much. I don't know what it is about enemies to lovers, but it always makes me lock in. It's amazing. I love both the main characters so much. Sazed is drop dead gorgeous. She's amazing. I love her. Love a girl boss. This webtoon inspires me in so many ways, not just as an artist, but also as a writer. I have always wanted to make my own webtoon, but I never really had the courage for it. And this one really inspires me to make my own. Every time I read a chapter, I leave and start working on my own, and then I give up, and then I go back to reading it, and then I go back to working on my own webtoon that I never even published, but you know, it's a dream. Most of the time that it took for me to draw this was because I had no idea how well Mayday's design was going to translate into this art style. Not only that, but I had no idea how I was gonna do her clothes, because I honestly don't know what role she would take in a story like this, because I haven't totally caught up, and also I don't know, I think Mayday would kind of be a a bystander, but she isn't like totally peaceful, I guess. Like, she would not just stand by when shit is happening. She would go after it, obviously. That's just who she is. So I figured maybe she's one of Raphael's buddies, like an assassin also, maybe, but I don't know if she would be brave enough to kill people. So I don't know, maybe she's just a thief, just a common thief. I could picture her doing that, you know? It was mostly hard to draw the clothes on this one, and they barely even show because they chose a very dark color palette for her. I don't know, the colors in my laptop are completely different when they pass on to other devices, so you know, it's my fault. I should have considered that. But anyway, it was mostly hard to draw the clothes because the clothing detail in Dagger to the Heart is extremely high. The artist even draws the seams of the clothes. Like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? But that's okay, I figured it out. I feel like I took such big inspiration from Raphael's outfit that I basically just copied it. But I did do a little sketch in the corner like I did with the SpiderVerse art, but this time I actually took it and made it the actual design instead of scrapping it. And you know, it turned out okay. I like how it looks. It probably would call more attention than make her blend in crowds, but I think that's just who Mayday is. She likes calling attention. You know, let's just say it fits her character and not just because I really like drawing cool clothes. You may notice she's in a different pose than the other art styles that I did. The other art styles, she's always standing or like leaning to the side, and it's because in this one I really wanted it to seem like she would be included in one of the panels, maybe, because in the others it's a lot harder to make it seem like she is in the middle of the movie or the animation or the games. But in this one it would be a little easier because they're all still images, they're illustrations as panels. So you know, I figured it would make more sense to have her sitting down, I guess. I could have done a cool action pose, but I'm too lazy for that. I'm way too lazy to figure that out. Cut me some slack, alright? After a while, when I noticed how long it was taking me to draw this, I started taking shortcuts, so I started sketching and then cleaning it up instead of doing the line art directly on top of the other sketch I had done. Because, I don't know, it's so much easier to make it that way. And it's just how I work. I know that in this art style, the artist has a very clean line art, but I don't know how to do that. It's just not who I am. I'm not a clean line art person. I'm sorry. I did do my best though to try and make it seem as close to the art style as possible. So I guess I did a good job. I'm proud of myself. The art in this webtoon reminds me a lot of old fairy tale books where they're all illustrated. And I think that's why I like it so much, why it keeps me so engaged when I'm reading it. So, you know, it's great. You really need to check it out. I love this webtoon so much. It might be one of the only webtoons that I actually read. Like I'm always on and off on other webtoons, but this one is constant. I just took a pause because I couldn't use webtoon for a while, so that's why I stopped reading it, but I'm going back to it. So here's how she turned out. I'm really proud of this one. I'm genuinely really proud. I think she would fit in with the rest of the cast. I think maybe she would probably be an annoying character, but you know, I love her just the way she is. Okay, time to move on. Alright, so this video was turning out a lot longer than I thought it would, so I had to cut it in 2 parts. Forgive me, I'm sorry. There are only 2 styles left though, so the next video shouldn't take too long to come out. I hope you like this one. Please check out my social media if you want updates on how the next video is going. I'm only just starting out with this channel, so feedback would be really appreciated. Tell me what you didn't like about this video, what you did like, what you think I could do better. Except for my microphone. I know it's bad, okay? I have no other option. I'm sorry. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I have an art raffle going on right now. There are 5 winners and not a lot of people are participating as of right now, so you have a bigger chance of winning free art. If you like the style that I presented here in this video, you should totally go check it out. It'll only be happening until tomorrow, so you know, go quick before it closes up. Happy Happy Easter, everyone. It's a little bit late, but whatever. And I hope you're here for the next part of this video. Bye!